Welcome back to our channel, you gorgeous drama lovers. Today is a beautifully chaotic day to completely lose our minds over the absolute madness happening in Genoa City. So grab your iced coffees, lock your doors, and let's get right into the tea. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing immediately. I am literally shaking, clutching my chest, and hyperventilating in the middle of my living room because we need to talk about this now. Like, genuinely, my soul has actually left my body and is currently floating somewhere above the Nevada desert. I'm filming this while I'm basically running a million errands, but I straight up had to pull over my car and voice type this because the tea is just too radioactive to hold in. If you are not completely and utterly invested in what Phyllis Summers is about to do, are you even alive? We are witnessing absolute cinematic mayhem, and I am personally, deeply, on a cellular level, living for it. I mean, my grip on reality is slipping at this point. I am so unwell. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Okay, so we all know Phyllis is currently drowning in legal garbage because Victor Newman, who is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with him and his mustaches trying to blackmail her with those fake AI-generated emails. Like, bestie, be for real right now. Victor and Victoria just waltzed into her office, basically strong-arming her and threatening to hand this completely fabricated evidence over to the nuda, Christine Blair. And don't even get me started on the vibes there, because Christine is literally the bug and we know she would love nothing more than to lock Phyllis away forever. But Phyllis, she was literally screaming at her own portrait in her office, which is honestly so unhinged, and I love that for her. Did I say that yet? Ooh, my brain is mush. Moving on, the point is, Phyllis is backed into a corner, but instead of folding, she is straight up plotting a massive pivot. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but did anyone else notice the lighting in Phyllis's office during that scene where Michael Baldwin came in to warn her? It was giving major dark feminine villainera aesthetic, like the shadows were literally contouring her cheekbones perfectly to match her age. The set designers deserve an Emmy just for that lamp placement alone. Anyway, random tangent over, back to the main tea. While Victor smugly thinks he has her trapped and defeated, Phyllis is about to launch a shocking, world-ending revenge plot that doesn't even just involve her own company. She is shifting her focus to a completely different, infinitely more dangerous storyline, and it involves our girl Sharon Newman. Send help, because the alliance of the century is forming right before our very eyes. Okay, let's do a quick lore dive because we have to deeply analyze the psychological masterpiece that is the Phyllis and Sharon dynamic. Remember when they were literally trapped together as human lab rats by that absolute psychopath Martin Laurent? I am still emotionally damaged from those episodes. I literally had to yeet my phone across the room when I watched them suffer in that storyline. But that horrifying, deeply traumatic experience forged a trauma bond between them that is completely unbreakable. They found genuine empathy for each other because they were both victims of a cruel, sadistic villain playing games with their lives. Phyllis completely understands the desperate, clawing need to be freed from a monster, and she knows exactly what that kind of fear does to a person's psyche. Now, enter the current monster, Matt Clark. Wait, I'm glitching? Okay, back to the main event. Matt Clark is currently terrorizing the entire Newman family, and he is on his way back to Genoa City. Matt has been a plague on this town for years, basically making it his full-time job to ruin lives. And the fact that he escaped Victor's clutches just to come back and do this. It's giving obsession, it's giving stalker energy, and it needs to be stopped. Sharon has not escaped his reign of terror, and Phyllis knows exactly what that feels like. Phyllis is basically looking at Sharon's current situation and going, hold my earrings. Because when you are dealing with a relentless, twisted monster like Matt, you don't need the police, you don't need a lawyer. And you definitely don't need Victor Newman's fake AI nonsense. You need a bigger, crazier monster. And who is better equipped to unleash absolute hellfire and brimstone than Phyllis Summers? Genuinely nobody. She is the queen of unhinged retaliation. We absolutely have to talk about what Matt just did in Vegas, because I was mid-skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over my expensive rug when I saw this play out. Matt lured Sharon and Noah to this terrifying, rundown, abandoned gas station in the middle of nowhere. It's giving major horror movie vibes, and I was physically vibrating from the anxiety just watching the screen. He chained them up. He had them completely at his mercy, and he was planning to literally blow them to pieces. Matt had a trap set that would have taken out Sharon, Noah, Nick, and Adam in one massive, fiery explosion. Noah literally just got his life together, and now he's traumatized for the rest of eternity. I cannot even fathom the therapy bills this family is going to rack up. It is straight up astronomical stakes right now. I am hyperventilating just thinking about the sheer audacity of this man. And don't even get me started on what he did to Nick. Besties, I am unwell. I am physically ill over this. Matt purposely planted a tainted batch of fentanyl in that storage unit, fully weaponizing Nick's spiraling addiction against him. Nick took the drugs, thinking it would numb his emotional and physical pain, but it was a calculated, lethal trap. Nick burst into that gas station with Adam to save Sharon and Noah, and instead of a heroic, action movie rescue, he just collapsed on the floor, writhing in absolute agony. It was the most heartbreaking, gut-wrenching scene I have ever witnessed on this show, and Matt, that sick, twisted freak, was watching the whole thing unfold on a live surveillance feed on his phone, just laughing and soaking in the tragedy. I cannot even. He is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. Imagine being Sharon in that exact moment. Just put yourself in her shoes for 1 second. You are chained to a wall. Your son Noah is terrified out of his mind. And the love of your life, Nick, is dying on the dirty, grimy floor of a gas station from poisoned drugs. And you can't do anything to stop it. Adam, who is usually so cold and calculating, was literally panicking, showing raw human emotion because his brother was dying right in front of him, the vulnerability, the drama. Adam had to frantically unkind them just so they could try to keep Nick breathing and rush him to a hospital. The sheer audacity of Matt Clark to orchestrate this level of psychological torture is beyond comprehension. Sharon is going to be so deeply traumatized by this, carrying the weight of nearly losing Nick and Noah in the same night. Did I mention my soul left my body? Because it did. I am screaming into the void right now. When Phyllis finally finds out what Matt did to Sharon, Nick, and Noah when she hears all the gruesome details about the gas station trap and the poisoned fentanyl, she is going to lose her absolute mind. Phyllis may have a deeply complicated, incredibly messy history with Nick, but she still cares about him, and her trauma bond with Sharon is going to ignite a protective, fiery rage that Genoa City is simply not ready for. Phyllis is going to realize that Sharon is too emotionally shattered and traumatized to fight this battle against Matt alone. She's going to compartmentalize the Victor drama like, okay, Victor wants to steal my company, whatever. I have a literal murderer to catch first. It's such boss energy. So Phyllis is going to step up. She is going to become the ruthless, unhinged protector that Sharon desperately needs right now. I'm calling it right now, besties. Phyllis's villain arc is about to go nuclear, but like, in a good way. She is going to use all of her manic, cornered animal energy from the Victor blackmail situation and channel it directly into destroying Matt Clark, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because Phyllis is going to out-scheme, out-manipulate, and out-crazy Matt at his own twisted game. She's going to build a psychological trap of her own, and it is going to be glorious to witness. I can already picture the scenes. Phyllis stalking through the shadows, setting up a sting operation, probably wearing an iconic trench coat while doing it. She knows how a monster thinks because she survived Martin Laurent, and she is going to use that dark knowledge to tear Matt apart piece by piece. I am genuinely so hyped I might actually scream into a pillow until I lose my voice. Basically, we are looking at the ultimate, iconic revenge alliance. Phyllis and Sharon, two women bonded by the darkest past trauma, joining forces to take down the man who almost wiped out the entire Newman family in one night. It's poetic, it's chaotic, it's cinematic excellence, and it is officially my entire personality now. I am so deep in the lore that my grip on reality is completely slipping, and I don't even care. Let me know in the comments if you are also hyperventilating over this, because I cannot handle this alone. I need a support group for this show, genuinely. See you in the next update, if I survive the suspense.